Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy. Today I'm going to have the best beef in the world. What? The best beef in the world? That is a bold statement, Jimmy. Are you going to have like Japanese Kobe beef or something? That is exactly right. I'm here in the city of Kobe, Japan to try their amazing Kobe beef. I gotta say, I had Japanese beef before, but it's my first time eating Kobe beef, so I'm like super nervous for it. Apparently this place that I'm going to, they have sake pairing to go with the Kobe beef. Oh my god.
There's no right or wrong time to drink, right? The restaurant that I'm going to today is called Teppan Yaki Kobe Fuji, and it's one of the stores that are permitted to buy and serve authentic Kobe beef.
So I already had the filming permission from them. A little nervous. Allow me to go inside. I'm sure they're gonna welcome me. Hello.
It's a compact restaurant that specializes in teppanyaki, and they're extremely well reviewed on the internet.
I don't know much about Kobe beef and what I'm supposed to order, so how about I test my Japanese skills that I learned from playing video games? すみません。
はいはい。
この中で普通一番人気あるのは
やっぱりここの神戸牛のと国産牛の食べ比べのセットになります。
They had a few different steak options for lunch. You can just order their goksankyu, which is standard domestic beef, or a half and half order of standard beef and Kobe beef in different portions. Of course, I'm gonna get the one with Kobe beef.
I know I look like a teenager. I am old enough, so I think I'm gonna have the sake pairing to go with it.
福寿
Fukuju?
福寿
Fukuju っていう酒を一緒に
はい
飲むんですか？
はい
ああ、OK。あれにします。
はい
Oh my god, I'm so excited. 撮影してもいいですか？
全然問題ない。
ああ、OK. Oh my god, this is amazing. So there are different ways to cook Kobe beef, but the way I want to have it, I want it to be as Japanese as it can be.
That being said, what we're going to have today is teppanyaki. In Japanese, teppan means metal plate, and yaki means to grill or stir fry. The chef prepared the vegetables first, and right there and then, I knew that this is a man that I can trust to handle my most precious meat. And of course, I'm talking about my Kobe beef.
This is Kobe gyu. Look how much fat there is. He definitely didn't work out. That's like the best looking beef ever. He might be more handsome than me. No, I take it back, he's not.
Oh, by the way, one way to quickly make sure that the restaurant is selling authentic Kobe beef is by locating this statue. Just something to keep in mind. Okay, let's see how the chef handles the meat.
Whoa.
For the domestic beef, I got their Tajima beef, which isn't always available because it's also rare. The domestic beef they serve depends on what they have in stock. You could say it was my lucky day.
Look how pink that is.
Just by looking at the meat and how precisely he was handling it, I knew that this is a very special place.
So that's Tajima beef and that's Kobe beef.
So Jimmy, what is Kobe beef? Kobe beef is actually the same breed of cattle as the Tajima beef that we see on the right. But to be titled as Kobe beef, they have to have more than a certain marbling ratio, along with other requirements to ensure the excellent quality of the meat. Thankfully, it didn't take a lot of time for the food to be ready, and I was so excited about it that my heart was starting to beat faster.
To go with my amazing Kobe gyu and Tajima gyu, I got this Fukuju, which is a sake that's made in Kobe as well.
In fact, Kobe is an excellent place for sake drinkers because their Nadagogo sakes are known to have some of the best quality. By the way, Nadagogo stands for the 5 brewery complexes in the cities of Kobe and Nishinomiya, where they produce more than 25% of all the sake that are made in Japan. And Fukuju is one of the many Nadagogo sake breweries.
Oh, cannot wait to try.
So there's my lunch with Kobe beef and Tajima beef. What do you guys think?
The Kobe gyu. Let me have it with some wasabi. And I'll dip it into this pink salt. Oh my god. It's so good. So I would say this Kobe gyu, honestly, is hands down the best piece of beef that I've had.
It's true, guys. As you guys can imagine, I've had pretty amazing beef before, but this is probably the most juicy and the most tender beef that I've had in my entire life.
So when you chew this, a lot of juice comes out of the beef, and even the juice has like this really nice flavor. Trust me guys, I'm not saying this because I'm sitting in front of them. This is 100% the best piece of meat that I've had. So they did mention that this Tajima beef is a little more on the muscular side compared to the Kobe beef. I can definitely feel that.
But to its credit, Tajima beef was also very well marbled and tender, so I would definitely recommend it to people.
This is just out of this world. Like you've probably never had something like this before unless you tried Kobe beef. So around $80 for 200 grams of really amazing beef and the vegetables, it's just an amazing deal. Even these vegetables, it didn't just come from anywhere in Japan. All these vegetables came from Hyogo Prefecture. Wow, that's actually really good. Oh, no way, the potato was really good.
It's really hard to explain why, but the vegetables were minimally seasoned, yet tasted so amazing.
Supposedly, for them to call this Kobe beef, the beef has to have a certain ratio of marbling. So when they say Kobe beef, it's pretty much like guaranteed to be good if it's real Kobe beef. You know what I prefer? I just like to have this with salt, purity, you know. I expected the Kobe beef to be like very, very expensive because what I saw in like other countries, when I tried to have Kobe beef, it was like $400 plus for a piece of steak. Turns out if you're actually in Kobe, Kobe beef is pretty affordable. Even this Tajima gyu that isn't Kobe beef, I would consider this to be like top-notch, really, really great beef. Guys, this old man's getting thirsty. Thank God I got this Fukuju. Once again, you guys might not believe it, but I'm actually over 20. Oh, I'm not sure if there's like a certain drinking manner that you have to like keep up with in Japan.
Well, today I'm gonna make my own rules, and the rule is I drink as much as I want to.
There was really solid sake. I know a thing or two about sake because I made my own sake before. That's what happens if you watch too much anime. I gotta make my own sake and name it Sasuke or something.
It tasted super smooth and clean, and there was zero flavor, chemical, or an unpleasant steam.
This sake is so good. Even my liver is saying thank you. Every time I eat it, it's like shocking because it's like so unbelievably tender. My entire throat is like covered in oil. Then what do? You drink this sake.
I'm not a big drinker to be honest, but the sake paired so well with the beef. I was taking my time eating the beef because I loved it so much that I didn't want to finish it.
I'm so glad I got the big portion. Even Japanese rice is really good. If my mom made rice like this when I was young, I would have gone to Harvard.
That's a new excuse that she hasn't heard before.
You guys know I have a zero BS policy when it comes to my opinions on food, but this is 100% the best beef in the world that I've had so far. Oh man, this is just the most beautiful day ever. Do you guys also do this thing where if you like the food so much, you save that particular food till the last moment? I have 2 pieces of Kobe beef right here. Too bad. Every good thing must come to an end. Oh. Done.
I am getting pretty full, but before I leave, I wanted to try something else that they have.
I'm gonna order something else. So I decided to get a curry rice. I think the curry rice has Kobe beef in it. They're cooking the vegetables for my curry rice. So of course they're not gonna use a prepackaged curry. I was worried for a second, it was pretty affordable. Oh man, I love that potato. What's potato in Japanese? Potato. おいしかったです。本物のカレーは食べたことないです。あれ、なんかスーパーマーケットで買ったそんなカレーは食べたことはありますけど。Interesting, interesting. インドカレーとはカリーじゃなくてカレーなんだ。You know what I realized about a lot of Japanese people in working environments? They always have like a good like professional posture. This is crazy. My heart's pumping faster than when I was walking outside. I'm that excited, guys. He's so serious. Wow.
And there's my curry, or kare.
Wow.
I also got another bottle of sake to go with it. I'm not an alcoholic, it's just for the experience. Wait, that's what my father used to say.
To go with my Kobe beef curry. I got this sake pairing for the curry. It's called kenbishi, another rice-based sake. Alright.
This one was called kenbishi and it's another nadagogo sake. So is it different from the first one?
Oh, it's definitely different.
Just to get a fair comparison, I wanted to try both of them at the same time. I can't seem to find the best words to describe them, but both of them tasted extremely clean, but they clearly had different distinct flavor and sweetness level.
A little hard to tell which one's better, they're just different.
Okay, let's try the curry before it gets cold.
Here's my curry. Scoop it up with some beef and curry. Oh, the beef is so tender. The part of the Kobe beef that went into this is their shank. Pretty sure they slow cooked it. It's really, really soft. What do you guys do when you eat food? Because there's people that like to mix everything up. Me, I'm the kind of guy that appreciates some separation. So I scoop up some rice, some curry, some vegetables, some meat. I don't completely mix them up, only a little at a time. A lot of you guys probably had Indian curry before. The flavor of the spices is not as strong and it's a little sweeter than Indian curry. So when people say Japanese curry, I would look at it as like a completely different food.
This might also be the best curry that I've had in life. The ratio of meat, rice, vegetables, and curry were in perfect balance, and every ingredient was top-notch.
You know when food is so good, every bite you take, the food disappears and you feel a little sad. Pretty interesting how these sake both come from Kobe, but they taste very different from each other. And really they all just come from rice. So I wonder why they taste so different. It's really interesting.
After I was done with the lunch, they wanted me to leave an autograph.
I'm gonna write in Korean just to be extra cool. Oh my god, I just ruined my Korean. That's like day one of learning Korean. That's a terrible writing. Oops.
Overall, I could not have asked for a better experience here. The quality of the food was unparalleled and it was even affordable too.
You know what's really awesome? They just give me some extra yakiniku. This is marinated, it has a lot of sauce on it. Just for me to try it. Wow. Wow, that's so good.
What more can I say except you guys should definitely come here at least once in your life to try it.
That was a pretty fantastic meal. Probably the best meal that I've had in Japan so far. World's most delicious beef? I think it just might be. So I'm all the way out here in Kobe and I enjoyed the heck out of their beef. It lived up to the hype. It was really, really amazing. But you know what I also really wanted to try? I heard that Kobe is actually known for their locally produced amazing sake. So I wanted to have this really cool experience where I go to a local brewery and try some of their sake with their food.
And to do that, I came to Fukuju. If you remember, it's the sake that I had earlier and I really loved it. They have a beautiful brewery that is open to visitors, and the visitors can see how the sake is made and try some of the sake there too.
I like how they have a little rice field here. That's really cute.
This is just a cool fact. Their sake was served at Nobel Prize award ceremonies for several years. I guess even Nobel Prize winners appreciate some good booze every now and then.
One day they're gonna serve this when I win my Nobel Prize.
The visitors can actually see their rice being fermented to brew sake, which is really cool. And supposedly Fukuju achieved carbon neutrality. And I think it's really great that some of these companies are actually taking actions to sustain the environment while producing consumer products. Can't get drunk if there's no earth to stand on, you know. The visitor center was very educational. Now let's get to the cooler part.
Oh Jesus, there was a lot of learning. I became too smart, my head is aching. I have to ease the pain by drinking. Let's do some sake tasting. Without it, life is too painful.
They had a gift shop where you can buy their sake and taste their sake as well.
So we have 4 different kinds of sake.
4 different kinds.
Yes. First one is a daiginjo.
Daiginjo.
It has a 50% polishing of the rice.
What she means by polishing is pretty much carving off the surface of the rice grains, which contains more protein that can lead to less desirable sake during fermentation.
It's very smooth and fruity.
Oh, I'm drinking it now? Okay, let's drink that now.
Would you like to?
Of course. Allow me.
There's something extremely smooth, natural, and pleasant about it. This is good sake.
Oh wow, this is really good. You know what? Really fruity, as you described. So I take it this is on the higher end, right? I knew it.
Next, I'm gonna try the one that they served at the Nobel Prize award ceremony because my brain deserves it.
I'm gonna drink this when I win my Nobel Prize, and that's gonna be a Nobel Prize of, I don't know, do they have a Nobel Prize for being funny and charming and amazing?
So this one was sweeter than the first one and had a bit more umami.
Umami, big buzzword. Personally, the first one tasted more expensive.
The next one came in this really interesting container because it's meant for this unpasteurized sparkling sake.
Oh, that looks nice. It's all sparkly, all thanks to the yeast that is still very much alive here.
The yeast, yeah.
I think the best way to describe its taste is carbonated sake.
That was really good. Like, I would drink this in larger portion though, just because I like carbonated drinks.
And the last one I got to try was their umeshu, plum sake.
This is also rice-based, but also with plum in it, right? Okay.
It almost tasted like plum juice. It was very sweet. I think a lot of ladies would like this.
So which one was your favorite?
Oh, I would say, because I'm the kind of guy that likes like purity, I would say this one, the Daiginjo, that was my favorite. It was like good sake in its like the best form.
Despite amazing quality, their sake was surprisingly affordable. So I ended up buying some to bring home, although I don't really drink often.
They sell sake in these cute barrels. That's so amazing.
What's really amazing about this place is that there's a restaurant where you can eat and drink at the same time.
Thank you.
In this restaurant, they serve their Fukuju with various delicious food that I'm about to enjoy right now.
I got something that you guys probably never even heard of before, which is Japanese soba that comes with sake. What do you do with the sake? You pour this ice cold sake on top of the noodle and then you eat it. I take this sake and I use all of my IQ to pour this evenly on top of the, oh god. Supposedly you can get drunk eating this soba because it is sake.
And this is the dipping sauce for the soba noodles.
When I see green onions, radish, and wasabi, I just throw everything in there into the soba dipping sauce. So I've been told that you can pour the sake into this sauce instead of directly pouring it on top of the noodle.
Okay, let's try this sake soba.
Now you do this.
It honestly just tasted like a really great zaru soba with just a hint of sake flavor.
I feel like I'm in a Japanese movie right now.
So I would consider this to be an excellent zaru soba, and with a touch of sake, it just makes it more unique and fun to eat this.
I got some space for a little more. There, I think I have my second order of food.
So to finish off my day, I got their assorted sashimi.
I have tuna, my octopus sensei, and sea bream.
They also had their special dipping sauce called irizake on the left. It's a mix of their Fukuju and plum. And the one on the right is just soy sauce.
Let's start with tuna, because I love tuna. When I was young, I thought tuna grew in a can. Zero sign of fishiness. That's amazing. Alright, let's have this sea bream sashimi. Oh. Wow, that's really good. Super chewy. This Mr. Brim, he works out. There's a lot of strong fiber to him.
I love sea bream sashimi. They're so minimal, chewy and light. Okay, let's try this octopus.
I like how it's like more chewy around the suction cups. When I was living in other countries, when I had seafood, I thought the fishiness that comes with the seafood is like kind of a given. You always have that. I never really tasted that in Japan. So I feel like if you handle it right and the ingredients are like really, really fresh, it's not supposed to be fishy. Down to the last piece.
Finishing off with the last glass of sake for the day. my day finally came to an end.
Definitely coming back. Definitely coming back. Thank you very much.
Overall, I felt like Kobe was extremely worth visiting. Their Kobe beef was seriously a must-have experience, and touring and dining in one of the Nadagogo breweries would be something that you can do with your friends and family, and it will be ridiculously fun.
If you guys get a chance to visit Japan, do not miss out on their Kobe beef. Please, you have to try the Kobe beef and try coming to their brewery and drink some sake. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have time, go ahead and watch my other videos too. Stay tuned for more Japan videos.